Stop living life harder than it has to be, okay? I've been talking really crazy on social media to a lot of people on what it means to live life on easy mode. I mean, I sound absolutely nuts, but right now in the next 2 minutes, I'm going to kind of give you the thing that changed my life for the better and kind of break down what this all actually means, okay? And we're going to make it really just how-to focused and practical, if you will. So here we go. Here are the next 2 minutes that are going to change your life. How do you live life on easy mode? What does that even mean? Well, living life on easy mode is essentially, instead of you climbing uphill and fighting for all your wins, you're running downhill, okay? Because listen, there's always going to be challenges in life. There's always going to be things going on. There's always going to be events that come up and things you can't control. But imagine living a life where the ball seems to always just be bouncing your way. You're stacking the deck in your favor. Every card the dealer turns over, it seems to just match up with your deck. And you're really just, again, stacking the deck in your favor. How do you actually live that way? Well, we got to get to the point. We have to reverse engineer it to where you are seemingly alchemizing your reality, but you're reverse engineering it, so you're doing it from the inside out. Okay, so here's what it breaks down into. In order to live life on easy mode, you need momentum. You need to be running downhill. Things need to be quote unquote easy. You're creating fortunate events in your life rather more than unfortunate events in your life. Okay, because things are always going to happen. But here's the thing. There's two pillars to this, okay? Number one is the day-to-day basis of how you're operating. This is going to break down into 4 parts, and the day-to-day, how that fits in the context of the big picture of you kind of looking at life as a whole. So to break this down, okay, the day-to-day breaks down into 4 parts. Here they are. Number one is, are you spiritually connected to a higher power? In that case, for me, it would be God. How does this actually work? Well, when you're spiritually connected, you're feeling abundant moment to moment. You have an unlimited amount of life energy. You're feeling good. You have something that is greater than yourself. Number 2 here on the day-to-day is going to be, what mental frame of mind are you approaching every situation with? How are you approaching challenges that come up? And how are you approaching, anything else in life? What kind of lens are you actually looking at reality through? And how is your perspective on life influencing your belief system? And your belief system is going to influence the thoughts and the actions that you take. And those actions are actually going to alchemize reality. Number 3 here on the day-to-day is going to be, are you calibrated to reality? Can you look at reality and see it objectively for what it is and kind of sit back and track what's going on and change what you need to change in order to get better results, whether, results-based or enjoyment-based. And then number 4 here, guys, is going to be, what does the practical aspect of your life look like? Your habits, your disciplines, the things that you're doing. And how does your quality of being fit into those things? When you have those things aligned in context with the bigger picture of your life, this is how you start to create momentum. So let's talk about the bigger picture of your life. What is the grand scheme of things here? What is the point of life? Well, you might say, the point of life is to truly enjoy it all. I might say that. The point of life is to feel what it fully feels like to be a human being and to have that experience. I'd probably say that too, but beyond even those things, guys, what I would say, what it comes down to for me, is being connected to a higher power, being connected to God. And what does that actually mean in the context of being a human being? Well, what I would say is, thank you to my friend for kind of helping me to bring me back to this yesterday. But what I would mean, guys, or what I would say, guys, is essentially what it means is, who are you becoming in the process? Are you getting closer to your divine nature as a human being, but keeping your full authenticity, your identity as a human being? How are you transforming throughout life? And if you live your day-to-day in alignment with the context of your big picture, then what happens? You start to create an unstoppable momentum. So rather than creating unfortunate events in your life, you're alchemizing reality and you're creating, with momentum, more fortunate events in your life. And essentially what happens is, because you start inside out, your outer reality has no choice but to align with what your belief system is internally. So we got to get that all aligned for you. And that's what it means to live life on easy mode. More on this to come.